Hi, Kevin Wright again. Time for another weekly video tip. What are we going to be talking about this week? It's a bridging product called Bridge to Let. So some people see that as a big advantage, other people see it as a disadvantage. So let's drill down into the detail and find out when it's good to use and when you shouldn't be using the Bridge to Let product. Okay, so Bridge to Let. What actually is this as a product? It's a relatively recent innovation in bridging terms, and essentially it means that instead of having a bridging lender to purchase it and then you refinance to a different mortgage lender and pay off the bridging lender, it's all accumulated into the same loan. So it's one lender. The reality is that most mortgage lenders don't do bridging and most bridging lenders don't do mortgages. So this is a very niche product. You've got certainly no more than a handful of lenders in the middle there that do both. So these are essentially mortgage lenders that do a bit of bridging rather than specific bridging lenders. So the good news is that you have one set of fees, because it just moves as soon as you've done the refurb or whatever it is you're doing to improve the value, you just move straight on to the mortgage product. It's seamless from that point of view. Okay, so let's look at in a bit more detail to see how it works. Now, the other advantage with it is that if you give the lender's valuer a schedule of works at the front end, they will give you an end value. So you're buying something for 100,000, let's say. You're going to do a refurb. You give the lender's valuer a schedule of works, and he will tell you, well, that should be worth 150,000 when you've done it. So you know up front what your revaluation is going to be. So that's another big advantage of Bridge to Let. So on the face of it, you think, well, let's use this product all the time. It sounds fantastic. But there are some caveats that come with that. So let's now look at those. First of all is the time frame. Now, because these are mortgage lenders and because they're underwriting the mortgage as well as the bridging loan all at the same time, it means they're not always that fast. Typically, they would be slower to get the deal done than a specific straightforward bridging lender. If you're not in too much of a hurry, or more to the point, your seller's not in too much of a hurry, that's not really a big issue. Where it becomes an issue is where you need a fast completion. For example, like an auction. So if you've got 28 days to complete and no more, then a slow underwriting process or a slower underwriting process could become an issue. So we would generally not use Bridge to Let in these tight completion deadlines like an auction. Now, the other issue can be that you might not actually agree with the end value. So let's say you're convinced that the end value should be 150, and when you submitted your schedule of works, the lender's valuer, the Bridge to Let lender's valuer, only thinks it's worth 130. You will know up front before you complete the deal that that's going to be the case, but you've already paid the survey fee to find that out. Sometimes people are disappointed with the uplift in value that's given. And I think the other angle is that the mortgage rate that you get put on at the back end may not be the most competitive in the market. So it could be that getting a bridger, a separate bridger, and then refinancing onto a mortgage could be a better solution. Like a lot of these things, they're going to be on a case-to-case basis. So that's where a good broker is going to help you out. And if you're going to use a good broker for a Bridge to Let, it needs to be someone that's done plenty of bridging. Like ourselves, for example, because we've done hundreds of bridging loans. So Bridge to Let, to sum this up, is a very useful product to have in the market, and we're glad that we've got it to look at and assess to see if it's appropriate but it's not something that you would use on every single deal. So there we are. That's all for this week, and I hope you've enjoyed this week's video, and I'll see you next time.